Welcome to the Safe Wheel live stream where I share my real P&L on 3 accounts and teach my proprietary Safe Wheel options trade for free. And the system is currently down 3.7% year to date. Of course, I did 21% last year in 2022. Please type in the chat that you can hear me. I want to make sure that everyone can hear me. And also post any questions you might have. Um, Anything about trading, really. But specifically about the Safe Wheel. If you have questions, post any questions you have. Charles, you can hear me. Thank you, Charles. So let's get into it. Let's get into the earnings edge. What happened last week? Well, I traded AMAT, AMAT, and the stock didn't really move much. Didn't get what we wanted out of it, but the long straddle that we put on that was financed and kind of hedged based on earnings. It didn't really move much, and we ended up breaking even. It says I'm up $25 here, but basically a break even. So my overall record's 27 wins, 13 losses, and now 4 ties. So since my new exit criteria, I have 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. My average win or my average loss has been $282, and my average win is $966. And as you know already, probably, that in 2022, this thing did 63%. That includes commissions, but it does not include the alert price. And so far this year, down about 6.1% on the earnings edge. I'm going to continue to talk a little bit about the earnings edge. I am currently putting together a course. So I am going to basically not give away, but I'm going to let everyone know how the earnings edge works. I'm going to put a course together, sell, and have that for sale. I'm still going to have the alerts. I'll probably lower the price down to $99 a month because you'll have the course, but you still may want to follow the alerts. And so that's how I'm going to repackage this up, because I want this thing to be, this 63% that I'm talking about, with the alerts, it's more like falls it all the way down to around 30%. And I want people to be able to, I want to provide value here. Okay, Premier Level 5. On the Premier Level 5, this is my Premier trade. This is the one that once you get your money up to a certain level, this is what I would do. It's a lot more conservative. The drawdowns are low. In 2022, this one did 15% annualized, but the maximum drawdown was probably around 4%, while the S&P was down 20%. The current record here is 13 wins, 2 losses, and 5 break-evens. And I currently have 4 open trades. So we're fully allocated here. And in 2023, with the S&P up 7%, we're down about 0.5%. So typically we hold our own during the up markets, but when we get those sideways trends for a couple of weeks or a month, or the down, we get, the market crashes, we're protected. And also the grind down. Obviously the grind down, we did well, 15% last year when the market was down 20. So the Premier Level 5 is a great trade plan. I put it together, and it's based on my Synthetic Dragon, which is a really good trade plan also. Okay, so let's get into the Safe Wheel. We're trading Uber. Still holding on to Uber. Technically, I could get out of Uber now that I'm only holding a put hedge. So the question I have with this put hedge is it within 70% of the price of Uber? And if they're around $34, yeah, that's within about 70. That's probably closer to 80%. So the hedge is good. It's in good standing. has 123 days left. If it was around 100 or under 100, I would have to roll it or reestablish because I don't want my theta to be too high. So since we're sitting here with this, what do we do? Now we're kind of thinking along the lines of a traditional wheel now that we have our hedge on. Well, let me go over the statistics for the safe wheel. Last year it did 21.7%. Largest drawdown was minus 4.8%. Again, with the S&P down 20, and currently year to date, you can see my P&L here. Currently year to date down about 3.7%. So this is down actually a lot. I mean, with the highest drawdown around 5% last year, this thing's down 3.7. We started the year with $6,085. We're at $58.58. So it's down a couple $100. But one thing you're going to see here that you can't see anywhere else is my real P&L. You can see that there, my net lick. Okay, so what am I going to do next? I'm going to go ahead and sell a put because I'm going to establish a position here. So let's go to the trade tab. And where am I going to sell my put? I already own this hedge, so I'm going to sell here at the nearest expiration, the ones that expire on Friday. And I want to sell something that is out of the money, but I get at least 1%. So currently we're at $34, so $33.50 is one, or $33. See, now because we're trading at $34, I want to get at least around 34 cents. And right here at this $33, kind of far out of the money, I'm going to go ahead and use that one. The $32.50 is a little, not quite enough premium. And the $33.50 has got some good premium in it, but it's closer to the money. I'm going to try to get further away from the money. See if I can't protect myself a little better. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this. Now I'm going to do, because I have between $5,000 and $10,000, I'm going to do one of these. I do have 3 put hedges. So I'm going to do one put that I'm going to sell. And mid price is 41. See if I can't get 42 for it. 42 bucks. Okay, I got $41. Now, one more thing I need to do. I want to protect my put hedge if the stock rises too quickly. And the way I do that is I buy something for about $5 or $6. So I'm going to buy this $37.50 here. Try to get it for $5, probably won't. I'm going to do one, again, sizing. That's one thing that I don't see a lot. I've taken a lot of courses online. Here's my fill. And I don't see a lot of sizing when it comes to people teaching how to trade. They don't talk about sizing a lot. And sizing is like one of the key factors in trading. So there you have it. You have the sizing correct. We're doing around a $30 stock. Now, if you're interested in how this system works, you can learn for free. I trade it right in front of you. But there are scenarios that have not occurred, or maybe they did in the past. And but they haven't occurred in a while, or maybe they've never occurred. And I have a flow chart put together of every possible scenario that has occurred or that can occur in this system. And I also have the 6 filters I use to pick the right stock. And that is available, link in the description, for only $89. Something that made 21% last year for only 89 bucks. I got a link in the description there. Okay, so last week we talked about possibly moving this to Fridays, but I did have a last minute question, which actually I've had this question before. Why not move it to Fridays? Which I didn't think of it. And the reason is because I want to get assigned. Because in this system, if I roll on Fridays rather than getting assigned, it takes away some of the possibilities of being long 200 shares and capping 100 shares, but owning 100 shares without being capped, and the market and the underlying moving higher and taking more than average profits And in fact, that's kind of where this system kind of shines, is when you own 200 shares, or when I own 200 shares and the market moves up. And it's kind of where the outlier occurs, where the system outperforms, or when the most of the money is made on this system. So I do need to hold through Friday and get it signed. So therefore, that's why Mondays is the best time to put on this trade. And I didn't think about that because I hadn't had that question for quite a while. But luckily, someone brought that up on just at the end of the live stream. So I hope that answers that question about anything. So let's get into, let's see here. Oh, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I did explain this a little bit on Twitter. So if you want to kind of be up to date on what's going on with the safe wheel, or up to date on some of the things that I'm doing, I do have a Twitter account. There's a link in the description. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. A lot of people don't hit the notification bell, and they ask me, well, how can I get to your live stream? And it's really hard to get to the live stream and be in it live without being notified about it and being a subscriber of my channel and notified. Okay, so let's get into any questions you might have. Will the course and alerts be a package deal? I haven't thought that far into it. As of what I'm thinking right now is probably no. There'll probably be a one-time fee. And then if you want to sign up for the alerts, then you would just go ahead and make that a separate transaction. That's the way I'm thinking about it right now. Or you could just sign up for the alerts like you have now and pay $149 a month. So there'll be basically 3 options. But you won't have options to the $99 a month unless you've already taken the course. So within the course, I'll put that link. Right. Why is the cash sweep vehicle negative in the PL5 account? I don't know. Let's take a look at that. Yes. Oh, okay. So I purchased bonds. And so what that does is that uses up the cash. So when you purchase a bond and you have margin for this particular account, the way that I have it, I'll use up almost $30,000 worth of my purchase here. And then what'll happen is the broker will say, okay, you have 95% of your money available to trade options. So it's kind of like double dipping. So here I have, fully allocated with the bonds, but then I have $29,292 available to trade with options. So I used up all of my cash. If I didn't have these bonds right here, this cash sweep would be about the same, be $29,292 right here. But I used up my cash. I could buy stocks. Typically, stocks are not going to give you that 95%. Some of them give you 80% of your buying power, some 90. They have different, like Apple, they probably give you a little more. But with bonds, they give you 95% of the money. And so how much cash can I use? I can't buy any more stocks. I'm out of money when it comes to buying stocks or bonds. But when it comes to buying options, I still have $29,000. How much are you thinking to charge for the earnings edge system? I was thinking probably $9.97, but probably giving discounts to my followers off of that. So I haven't really put that together yet because I still got to put the course together. That's kind of the initial thought. So we'll see how that goes. Dave, would you consider giving 4 weeks free in order to follow along? 4 weeks free. You mean with the earnings edge? I'm not sure what you're referring to, which product. Right. Oh, that looks scary. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, it looks like, uh-oh. But yeah, this is the available funds for trading right here. But yeah, Dave, would I consider 4 weeks free? So a lot of people do that free 2 week thing, the free thing. I just really haven't done that. I don't have a lot of clients. Maybe I'd get a lot more if I did it for free, but um, I just haven't got into that mode or that mindset. Yes. Okay. So for the earnings edge, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe because there's a lot of people that get into the earnings edge, they like it a lot, and they always are asking, details about it that I can't give, and maybe that would pique their interest. So that's not a bad idea on a strategy, Dave. I'll think about that. James, is there a difference or benefit to using 3 long puts instead of 1 long put closer to the money? Yes. So a couple things. Whenever you hedge, the goal in hedging is to own more puts than you have sold. That is kind of one of the I don't know, little known um, factors in properly hedging. Because of VAMA, which is a second order Greek, when the puts explode in value, you want to have more. You want to own more than you have sold. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect, if you put it closer to the money, that means that you're going to have more theta, and therefore you're going to be climbing up I think that you'll be climbing a harder battle. You probably have a more theta overall because you're closer to the money compared to the 3. Now, it could work itself out. But the thing is, with depreciation, when the further out of the money you get, the more linear the depreciation occurs. And a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people do a lot of trade plans. They put their trade plan together and everything based on weighted beta, but they didn't take into consideration how the options expire, because they always show this curve of options expiring. The most they expire is within the last 30 days. Well, that's at the money. When you get further and further out of the money, it's a linear depreciation. Okay. Something that's important that a lot of people don't know. Will says he's saying if you buy the course, give 4 weeks free of the earnings alert. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that might be something, again, thinking from the opposite angle. That might be incentive for people to buy the course. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Correct, Will. Okay. Okay, good. That's a good idea. I appreciate your guys' ideas. Last week, I almost kind of changed this thing to Friday before I had the time to think about it. And also, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head right now, but he helped out and said, wait a minute, you got to take assignment on the safe wheel. That's part of the plan. And he was correct. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. If there are any more, let me know right away before I shut this thing down. Oh, just 7 likes. Walter says, just 7 likes? Come on, guys. Yeah, the likes really help out because it helps me get out to more people. And one of the things is that I was thinking about before I put this live stream on was, the way that I trade is actually a realistic way. And that's why I can show my P&L. When I look at others, they don't share their P&L, and there's a reason, and it's because the way that they trade isn't really realistic. Now, they might go on a little run. They might have a little streak where they make some money, but eventually something's going to happen. And I've seen it happen so many times. Something happens, and then they have to make excuses as to why their system didn't work that year or whatever it is. Oh, yeah, if I wouldn't have done this, I would have made money, but, those are the guys showing their P&L. So it seems to be always temporary. So what I'm here to do is help people learn the proper way, what I believe is the proper way to trade and be profitable, consistently profitable. And that's one of the purposes of my channel. James just hit the like. Thank you, James. I appreciate it, Walter. Okay, one thing I'd like to say. I did press a dislike on every single one of your useful. Oh, Guy, I did press the dislike on every single one of your useless videos. Thank you. That helps the algorithm also, so I appreciate that. Good source to learn about higher order Greeks. Yes, and you can ask me questions. I'm right here. If you have any questions about those higher order Greeks, I don't get a lot of questions about that, but you guys bring your questions. Okay, so if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? I'll be back next week.